Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the AEW Dynamite Pre Show with Novi. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are enjoying the Wednesday. It's been a pretty good one on my end, but we have two guests on the screen with us. One of them you know very well, Brainbuster, the Bust. How you doing, bro?
Novi, we had a real high spot right before we went live.
We did. A beautiful one, even.
It's fake.
Oh!
Somebody posted.
Duped?
Yeah, I got duped as well. I blocked him. Somebody posted
shit.
that Roosh smoothed things over with CMLL, and I reacted wholeheartedly. Just so happy.
Bro, I gave it the Eddie Kingston and Mark Briscoe clanking the bottles picture.
They made a fake statement.
It's over.
That's fucked up. Game is cooked, bro.
Anyways, I'm doing fine, I guess.
Doing worse now, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm pretty annoyed actually.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, I'm here. I'm alive.
That's good. Well, we have another person who's here and alive. It's been a couple months.
True.
It's been a while. Many of you may know WrestleHook, Brendan. Welcome back to the channel, bro. How you doing?
I'm good. I appreciate it. I'm glad to be back on this channel. I had a brief story I wanted to tell you about the last time I came on this podcast because it was like about 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I was deep in my analysis bag. I was like ready to give takes, opinions, all of those things. We had a great chat.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, someone had asked, who is the Timu Joe Holbert? And for some reason, in my head, I thought, they want my analysis about who is the Timu Joe Holbert. And I was thinking, man, like who could I pull? And it didn't even hit me until that night. I laid in my bed. I just thought about it and I thought, I was the Timu Joe Holbert they were talking about. So that makes a lot more sense because I was like, what an interesting question someone had. But, you know, now that I've sat on it, I wanted to share that story live with y'all because that popped me a lot. So
I think, you know, me and the Bust know Timu Joe Holbert comparisons very well, don't we? I think I've heard it once or twice.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know if
yeah,
I feel like I'm too aggressive to be.
a little bit, but then at the end of the day, you know what, bro? He pays both of us.
True.
So we can't be Timu versions of him. Hope you guys are all doing well again. Please leave a like on the stream if you haven't already. I see a lot of you guys already sending chats in. We very much appreciate it. You guys direct the show, so if you have anything you want to say, if you want to call Brendan the Timu Joe Holbert again, you can say that in the chat, direct the show. And if you're feeling oh so generous, you can send in any super chats, of course. Never, what's the word for it? Like never, God damn it, I can't think of the word. It slipped my mind just now. Never like when you have to do something.
Don't feel inclined. You don't have to do it.
There you go. That's the direction I was trying to go on. Okay. See, my issue today, why I'm a little like all over the place. I made some burgers for me and my girl and had some baked beans with it, had some tater tots. Brother, I've been yawning ever since. I can't stop.
Oh yeah, you're out of it. Yeah.
I'm just been yawning. Like I'm feeling good. Like I feel okay. It was yummy. It was delicious. But I'm just, you know, it's one of those things that hits you right there. Just
food coma type of thing.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. But hopefully we're gonna break out of that. No comas today because we have Dynamite to talk about. We have a big fucking show to talk about, folks. There's 10 segments that we have to like bring up on the screen. We're not gonna tell you.
Criticism of booking things before the show extremely serious.
Directly to heart.
Booked arguably maybe too many things before the show.
You could have maybe not told us about a few of the, you know, we'll hear from segments maybe.
Yeah.
That would have been okay. I mean, but I like promoting. I mean, the 3 names they promoted for the we'll hear from segments, though. Some good names right there.
Pretty good.
Those are names you want to promote. So we'll get into it, though, eventually down the line. One person we're going to hear from, and one person I'm sure will have many messages about this this take. Art Irony, as usual. Gonna need Moxley to take over the TBS by just replacing tonight's Dynamite with old UWF matches so we don't have to suffer through Cole versus Takeshita.
Extremely true. Based even.
I would like, I know that Art Irony, you root for some shooter stuff with old Mox. So, you know, who knows? Maybe Seasoning the Superstation is having a match with Josh Barnett. You never know. Could be.
They should bring in Daisuke Ikeda.
You think so?
Yes.
Of course you think so, prick. Code Hater. How are you? I'm good. How are you, Code Hater? I'm glad you're doing well. I'm assuming. We did dominate Blue Sky. I was very like interested because the day that everyone switched over, it just kind of all happened at once. Everyone just decided I'm gonna make a Blue Sky account today, and that's how it was. It was kind of fun. It's been a great like little platform there. You can follow all three of us. Link down below. So
apparently, one of like the executives of the app said that they're gonna have like 15 million people on it by tomorrow, which is wild. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're like topping charts as a free app. Which
I feel like I resisted it for months because I downloaded it like a long time ago, but I went on it and it felt like it was a bunch of NPC like posts, like there was nobody real was on it. So
like Threads.
Yeah, like Threads is
horrible.
Threads is the worst app maybe ever, I say.
Yeah.
It's terrible. And like for a while, I get what you're saying. Like this app feels fake. And Joe's been saying about it, you know, bring up Joe again. He's been saying like it feels like just a place for a private burner that nobody's really looking at, which is quite funny to me. But you can follow all three of us down there. I post on it sometimes. It's going to be hard to switch over, but I think eventually Twitter's probably going to get worse. So we'll see.
Yeah. Once Twitter hits like, I don't know exactly what the line is, but once it hits the line, I'm probably just going to deactivate and go to Blue Sky.
Probably. Slow transitions though. Mr. Big Dude, what are the prospect statuses of the two relative to appearing on your channel? So I would say the prospect status of the Bust and WrestleHook appearing on the channel. Like, does that make you a prospect? I think the Bust, you've been on here a fair number of times. I wouldn't say you're a prospect. I would maybe say WrestleHook could be a prospect though, right?
I think I'm firmly in like the prospect, but more of like the PC training prospect.
Yeah.
But
you're like you've gotten signed. No,
I have not.
Now you're in the PC. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now you're in the PC.
Kale, of course, is going to be very happy about this as I'm seeing on my other screen here. But I got to ask you a question, WrestleHook. Big one here. Is Roxanne Perez a prospect?
Ooh. I either fall on, naturally I would say yes, because young wrestler, very talented, but already really good. So I would say she's a strong prospect. However, if I were in your shoes, I would have done exactly like Brainbuster. I just would have stood on the rope, not tagged in. Let y'all have your fun. But
the argument is, it's so fucking common sense.
It is a little bit, but the thing is,
it was funny. I enjoyed it as a listener.
Yeah, it was a great time. The funniest part was obviously Oracle's bits. We all know this. But for me personally, why I would get involved is because Caden Lee deserves to be attacked at any given opportunity, right?
Sure.
He's quite aggressive.
Very. Not quite. Did you? I don't know if either of you guys, I know Bust, you were hanging out. He was so aggressive when we did Relight the Fuse yesterday. For the first like 2 hours, he was really mad. He got really mad at me because I brought up the Hangman take again. And he got really mad because someone asked how Cody would look in AEW, because we were watching Cody and Shawn Spears. They'd say, how would he look in AEW if he never left? And I said, well, he'd probably turn heel, right? And Caden was like very aggressive about him. He's never turn heel. He didn't want to, dude. What do you mean? He was like, he basically called me like a stupid idiot a couple times.
I do like the vibes Caden brings, because there's so many respectful people in this platform that sometimes you just gotta let it fly, and Caden's not afraid to throw punches. So
that thing is like, he's letting it fly, so you can also let it fly.
True.
When we're talking to him. So like, my response to the prospect debate was, I think it's pretty simple when you think about it. If you're not a dumbass like Hayden.
Exactly.
Good call. Hopefully he's watching. I want him to know.
Hey, Caden, you're a dumbass.
Hey, Caden.
You're awesome,
dumbass.
but you're a dumbass.
And apparently you're not very good at COD. Doesn't care about the KD.
Oh, get worked.
Oh, he likes to only vote the OBJ player. All right, bro.
Team player.
Yeah. N. What's up, lads? What's up, N? How's it going, bro? Code Hater once again. Kyle Fletcher will hit Will Ospreay with an RKO out of nowhere. Well, actually, Kyle Fletcher is going to mount him on his back and paralyze him because he's a very aggressive, angry wrestler, right?
Yeah,
he goes off script. I feel like that might be a trait Will Ospreay passed down to him. Just doesn't care about the rules.
I see where you're going with this.
That sort of thing, man.
Will Ospreay should be arrested, bro.
I agree. Don't. Okay, you can't. You gotta let me hold on. Kale, I see Kale here. He said he's gonna what? You have to let me figure my statement out, bro.
See, thank you, Kale. I thought I was the only one.
Bro, how would mounting him on his back? Well, I guess maybe that would make sense. All right,
No,
Lord
man,
Lambo. Good to see Lord Lambo as usual. Ray Garion, that we'll hear from Nick Bockwinkel. Dynamite graphic is gonna hit like crack. I'm sure it'll hit like crack for a couple of us. That's for sure.
It's Nick Bockwinkel live. That's the one we're getting.
There you go. There
Nick
you go.
Bockwinkel alive.
There you go.
He's just here. He's actually good. No worries, guys. Let's see here. Another one from N. What's this news I'm hearing about Jon Moxley right now at the moment? He's talking about AEW needing a hard reset. Is this related to the storyline? Well, I think so. Brainbuster, have you seen any of that?
It's related to the storyline, but it's also like that's genuinely how he feels.
Yeah.
He fucking hates the way AEW's operated over the past like year. Legitimately.
Yes.
He hates American wrestling right now. So he's trying to fix it as best as he can. They've said it straight up, like Tony Khan approves most of the things that happens on TV through Mox, but like Mox he's doing it all. Like it's his pen completely.
He's in his own world with that front. How do you feel about those statements, Mr. Brendan?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely a blend, and that's why I've enjoyed a lot of it. Is that it does feel real. It feels earnest.
Yeah.
Some of the same stuff, people have been trying to figure out with all the Street Profit stuff over in WWE. Is that real? Is it not? What is it? But seems like the answer is usually it's a blend of both. So I wouldn't get too caught up in trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I agree. Especially like with the Mox thing, bro. It's so obvious. If you've just been watching him for like the past year, it's so obvious that he like does not enjoy himself on TV half the time. Then he came back and started talking like, dude, this shit sucks. And he started enjoying himself again. That's like, kind of tells you what you need to know on that front. Speaking of Jon Moxley, we can say something now. He's going to seize the Superstation tonight, folks.
Hell yeah.
Which is pretty beast. And the logo on the, graphic popped me pretty huge. I think we talked a little bit about Mox, and I think both of you quite enjoy what he's got going on right now, right? Just either one of you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm super into it. I feel myself definitely looking ahead to the Darby match. That's a lot of my excitement comes out of that. But as far as the story beats and stuff, I've enjoyed most of it. I do wish it felt a little bit like larger, spreading over the TV. I think they did a good job of that a few times after the big angle. I mean, a few times they've kind of felt more isolated. But I think I was there for the first Orange Cassidy and Mox pay-per-view match at All Out. So I am very excited to watch that on another pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too, and I agree with you. I really wanted this to be like an all company encompassing storyline. Doesn't really feel like we're gonna get that. I'm still hopeful, just to kind of keep my dreams alive a little bit. But I know the bust. You're not as hopeful we're gonna see that anymore. But it's something you want to see, right?
I mean, yes, I would love for that to happen. I would love for like literally anybody to reference the story, even if they're not directly a part of it. I feel like that is the least that they could do at this point, but I have lost hope. It's over. What is like a part of the Mox storyline is good. It's just not as maximized as it could be, I guess. It's still good though. I enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, they're leaving a lot on the table, and a few people in chat, Mr. Big Dude, especially, it's in half vacuum, like it's still, it's there, it's encompassing, but it's not. And then, Kale says Brian died and only a few people care. That's a big one for me too. I would have liked it to be referenced a lot more, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I still enjoy what he's got going on. Usually, I'm still locked in for these, Season Superstation takes over Dynamite segments because they're usually a good time. I'd like to see Mox get on the mic though, just him, because I know he's we've been passing the mic around a little bit. I need Mox to like really get into his bag there. Like, tell me what you're gonna do, pal. Tell me about all this shit. Like, just go off for 5 minutes would be nice. Just because I like to hear Mox talk, Yeah,
and I think one of the most badass things of Dynamite lately has been when they've had those cold open promos that he's been like, some of it makes a lot of sense. Some of it's very hard to figure out, but it's just so badass that I think I'd like to see a lot more of Mox's pen on the promo specifically.
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to see a little bit more influence across the promotion, but hey, should be a good time tonight, I'm sure. Mox is always good on the mic. We can get back to chats too, because JA has got a hot take for us. Bryan Danielson's constant face heel turns ruined his AEW run and the product by extension. It never truly felt like you could fully invest in him. Brainbuster, you seem like you're ready to talk. Speak your truth.
I think instead of Brian, it should just be like the entirety of Blackpool Combat Club. That I agree with. I don't know if it ruined the product because like they were
it's a little aggressive.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah. Usually when Brian would wrestle, like it would still be the highlight of the product. So that's why I can't go as far as to say that as well.
Yeah.
But I got really frustrated with the lack of like direction of BCC face heel stuff. I just think there's a lot of better ways they could have done it. But at this point, you know, we got a new group coming in, Hurt Syndicate. I'm locked in for that. Moxley's group, I feel like they've met our direction. So I'm okay with how it's unfolded. I just wish a lot of that run had gone a little bit different.
Yeah, I agree. I want to see too, because I made a video about this. I'm trying to figure out which video it was exactly. I think it was the Real Heels video, but it could be something else. I'm completely forgetting at the moment. But I don't want to sit here scroll through all the videos, that sort of thing. But I did make a video about this, and it definitely like frustrated me sometimes, like how the BCC specifically would flip flop, because I love them as a heel group so much. Like, bro, the BCC tag, or not the BCC, the CMLL tag. So I'm saying that was like peak BCC to me. That was perfect. So I'd say in that aspect, it like could have been better, but ruined the promotion. That's a little aggressive. That's like MJF stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they weren't. They weren't the focus of the promotion. So like,
no.
Yeah, exactly.
But I do think, like, personally, for my taste, Brian as the big babyface underdog is like always my favorite Brian. So when he had that moment at All In, like that's what I want to see. And we still got those points. So was it perfect? No, but I think it ended up just fine for me. More of my beef was with I wasn't super excited about the All Out match with Jack Perry, and I just wish we got a few more interesting matchups during that time. I wish that was more spaced out, maybe.
Definitely wanted more matches from that run. That was like the big thing for me too. And also, Code Hater, AEW has a babyface problem. That's the video that I made about it, so you can find that on the channel. Appreciate that, Hater. I don't want to sit here and scroll, but you know ball, you know. Yeah, very much appreciate it. We can move on. If there's you got anything else to say, Brainbust? It's a closing thought.
Bryan Danielson versus Takeshi Morishima is the greatest match of all time.
Real.
That's it.
And the Hurt Syndicate look badass. They're a legitimate threat to the roster and would kick the shit out of the Death Riders. I like treating it as though it's a shoot. Like, yeah, they would do that. Tonight, we're going to hear from Big Bob Lash, part of the Hurt Syndicate, debuting part of the Hurt Syndicate, which is a very big deal. And I was up for that debut. He looked fly as shit in that red velvet suit. Come on now. That's heat. You know what? I'll ask you this though, WrestleHook, on this front. How do you feel about the current look of the Hurt Syndicate? Are you into this group fully?
I am absolutely bought in every way possible. I
knew it. I knew.
Bobby's like lack of focus the last couple of years has been one of the most frustrating things to me, like in wrestling, genuinely, because like crowds love him whether you want them to or not. And there was so many opportunities for them to use him like in a big role. And MVP is also one of my favorite talkers in the industry. So combine those two things with Sheldon actually getting opportunities, like at actually having singles matches on TV. I think it's gone super well. Well, I'm curious what y'all think. What are they going to do about like this fourth member deal? Do y'all have any feelings one way or another? Because I've seen a lot of names floated around, but I'm not sure if any of them have really got any momentum yet.
It's tough. There was a name that floated that I really like, Kevin Knight, to the group for a while. That was one I was super behind. I thought he was like, I just think he's great, so that's why I would pick him. But I think we're leaning towards the direction, especially given one of the matches we'll cover today. I think Leo is going to be that fourth member.
Yeah, that's Leo is where I lean realistically. I will say, MVP made a tweet the other day that got me thinking. What if they added a fifth member and it was Queen Aminata?
I just pushed for that yesterday because my co-host had asked me for a man and a woman.
Yeah.
The two I landed on, it was genuinely between Lio Rush and Kevin Knight, and then I wanted Queen Aminata because
Yeah.
having some character direction for her, like
Mhm.
it'll just give her
perfect.
more confidence in who she is as a wrestler and what she's supposed to be. And obviously, she's already there in ring, so like that would be sick. That'd be perfect.
I
Yeah.
think that'd be great. That's ideal for her because she's like a fantastic wrestler, but she's not been given like a crazy spot on the show. That would be like a crazy high spot, especially because it looks like the Hurt Syndicate will probably be going after the Death Riders eventually.
Yeah, she could wrestle
So-
Mary Schaff.
She could have a good match with Mary Schaff, I think. You could get in there and do some good shit with her. Why not?
Oh,
No
she's,
question.
No comment.
yeah.
No comment? You're not up for Mary Schaff?
It'll be a quick match, and we'll put the Syndicate over, so it'll be all right.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's definitely some good takes there in the Hurt Syndicate. Bust, I would ask you, but we already know how you feel about it, brother. We know you're up for it, right?
Oh yeah, I'm fucking all in, dude.
Yeah, we know you're
That shit
locked
rule.
in.
I think I'm actually more into this than I am the mock stuff.
Mm-hmm. I
I
agree.
think so. I am now
This
as well.
rules it's so sick.
Yeah.
And like
And
the allure of the pay-per-view match, like I truly don't really know how that's going to go because there's two wrestlers that both could have cases to win. And I think
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Bobby, but like just the idea that match is on a pay-per-view and in a day where there's so many of these matches on pay-per-views are pretty predictable in the winner.
Mhm.
I think it's pretty cool. So
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Wrestling overall has a little bit of a predictability problem these
Yeah.
days. That's not
Sounds
it
like a
at
good
all.
video.
Oh, we know. Don't worry. It's in the chamber. If anyone wants to steal it, though, I'm not going to be mad at it. I didn't make it, so
I'll drop one tomorrow. Don't worry.
I'm going to get cooked, bro. Cooked by my own co-host. That's fucked up. Dare Rich. Always good to see Dare Rich. Dynamite is stacked tonight. A little bit of a card summary here. 6 matches, hearing from 3 wrestlers. Moxley seizing the Superstation, and Mina Shirakawa is going to return. Mina is not like a segment on the show. I didn't like put it as like one of those banners. But that should be fun, right? That's exciting. I'm
I
excited for the
assume
Mariah
it's
feud,
gonna-
so
yeah, it'll set up the Mariah match. So
yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
should be good.
Kale, always good to see Kale. I will say, good card. It'll be good, but one women's match and it involves Britt. It is unfortunate. Britt Baker will be facing Penelope Ford.
Penelope.
Penelope was great in her match, I think. I think she really showed out some stuff. And then right after, a good match, you give her the doctor.
That's
It's
the
very
true test right
unfortunate.
there.
It's a true test. How do you think this match is going to go, Brendan?
No comment. I mean, it'll be
It's a
fine.
good call. It's a good call.
It'll be
Bust.
short.
No comment from you either, bro?
When I was thinking, because when I first saw Penelope Ford was returning, it felt like she'd been gone for so long that I couldn't remember if I thought she was good or not. Like I genuinely couldn't remember.
It's
Yeah.
been a while.
He did
that's
impress
all.
me last week,
It's been a
so
minute, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
an unfortunate matchup here, but it's fine.
Good wrestler. Good wrestler, I say. Probably not going to be a great match, unfortunately, but we'll see. Maybe Britt Baker comes back and she's running the ropes. Who knows? Could change things.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, probably not. Dare Rich. Once again, hope tonight Darby challenges Claudio for Full Gear. That military press on the ring post. That was my favorite spot of the whole.
Do we know if
the
he's
whole
okay?
show. Dude, he's Darby. He's probably fine, right? He's chilling.
I think he might. I legitimately think he might be concussed.
It was disgusting, to be quite
Dude,
honest. I wouldn't.
I watched
wouldn't,
it slow mo, and the way he fucking hits his head on the way down is absurd.
Yeah, it's so beast. That is a match we gotta see for Full Gear, like
Yeah, I
for
mean,
sure.
It'd be pretty sick. I actually might want to see. I mean, they'd both be good, but I might actually want to see Darby and Pac more, just because we've only seen that match once. I don't think we've ever seen Darby and Claudio, but I'm just a bigger fan of Pac right now more than I am
Mhm.
Claudio.
True. Yeah,
Um,
me too.
I think
I
it'd
think
be
we'll
pretty
get
sick.
both of them too. To be fair.
Hopefully.
I hope. Yeah, hope so. But that should be an exciting one. Hopefully it gets added. Seems like it might, so I'm up for it. Art irony once again. Mox bringing a kid out of retirement would actually be so beast. I mean, Ishikawa is still semi-active, so Mox versus Ishikawa could happen. Brainbust, you're the most fitting to answer this. Could it still
like that'd
happen,
be
and
a-
would it be beast?
It would be funny. So in a way, yes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dare Rich, you three all have awesome things on your walls. We do have a pretty good, little setup here. You got a whole
Yeah.
thing.
We don't got plain
Wait.
walls out here,
No, we're filled up. We got some things going on. You got some things going on, Brendan. You're not on this channel so often, so I don't think everybody gets to see it
Yeah.
all the time.
I
Got
got
the
a
money in
little-
the bank. It's
Got a gunny figure over here. The Money in the Bank's a lunchbox. It was like $19. I was like, I can justify that. I can't get the briefcase. I can get the lunchbox. But yeah, I got Gunny. I got Hangman back there. Found out one of those CM Punk exclusive AEW figures at Walmart one time.
Oh,
I just
hell
had to
yeah.
make that purchase. So
Right.
I appreciate it.
There was a figure I was really close to buying. I'm not a figure guy. I don't buy them. I don't even do it. But I would say don't quote me there, Brainbust. That's disgusting. It's just nasty that you said that to me.
I'm just saying.
I saw a figure at Target the other day. I'm pretty sure it was Hangman. Like at the full gear title and everything. I'm not a figure guy. I was real close to buying it, bro.
I fucking hate the head scan on that. His
Really?
face. So
I didn't
awkward.
look that hard. I just saw the title and saw it was Hangman
I
full
feel
gear.
like,
And I was like,
if you're not a
a
figure guy, it's kind of like it's whatever. Like it's a Hangman figure. It's beast.
Right.
Yeah.
But like if you look closely and you become a figure guy, it becomes almost a bad thing because you see certain face scans and you're like, what the fuck is this figure sucks? Like the Nigel figure. The ROH Nigel figure is dog shit because his face is so
I've
awkward.
seen that one. That one's bad.
Yeah.
You seem like a pretty decent figure guy, Brendan. Like how takes on the figures.
I only
notice
have
the
like
face cam?
4 because the only reason I started collecting was because I was like, I need something for behind me when I podcast. So
Yeah.
I was like, let me just buy some wrestlers I actually like. So I got those ones. I also have some Detroit Lions bobbleheads over here. So that's another big
America's
thing with
team.
me. Oh yeah, which is absolutely bizarre. It still feels not real, but
yeah.
you know,
Bro.
I've been to lots of games this year and I've very much enjoyed every single one. So
That's sick. Look, this isn't a show necessarily about sports, but if I had to give a Super Bowl pick right now, I think I might lean Detroit, to be honest with you. I'd say maybe KC, Detroit, top 2. Maybe I think Baltimore's like up there, top 3 too.
I'm terrified of Baltimore because last year me and my dad did a vacation where because we wanted to go to a road game. We had Lions fever. We never been to a road game before, so we went to Baltimore, and I think we lost by like 40, and it was like the worst game of the year. And the rest of that trip was just sad. It was just like a little weekend getaway. So we're like, let's not do that this year. So, but I think this is the year. And I also got to say, Novi, Chuba Hubbard has saved my fantasy football season. My team is atrocious, but Chuba was a late round get that, he's carried me so much.
Brother, I'll say this here and we'll move forward off football talk. Cause I know Brainbust's not going to want to talk about his team cause they fucking stink.
Oh,
but here's the thing. Anyone who complained about that fucking Chuba Hubbard contract should actually stop being a fan of my team. You all are fucking stupid. That dude has been on this team forever. He finally broke out and is going crazy. What do you? We're paying him $8 million a year, bro. Yeah, let's pay him $8 million a year, dude. Who cares? He's a good running back.
There you go. Good player.
Yeah.
Brendan, I will ask: do I have permission just for this season alone, the rest of the season? Can I root for the Lions?
You can. I'm not going to gatekeep that because, like Novi said, we can be the new America's team. Sorry for yours.
You got to change it, bro. You got to take it because his team over there, he was the former America's team.
Right.
And they're not any good.
We'll pass the baton. It's okay. I mean, it's going to be like 1 year until everyone hates the Lions, and I've already seen it starting to happen. So, I'll enjoy it while I can.
I'll never hate Campbell, bro. I'm sorry, I can't. Unless he does something crazy, He's so
I'm
sick.
on fucking Dan Campbell TikTok every time I scroll. It's Dan Campbell speeches. It rules.
So beast. Now I gotta say, Brainbust, one more thing, football talk. One more. Hope you have fun with our wide receiver, bro. He's gonna save your team. No worries.
Oh yeah, right? Dude, Jonathan Mingo, we're fucking Super Bowl contenders now.
You're
back.
back.
Jerry liked him in college, so clearly we're at the 4th round pick.
Jerry can't remember what happened to him fucking 2 weeks ago, so I don't know what he's thinking. Liked him in college.
Jerry built the stadium that the sun shines in his players' faces on purpose. I don't know.
Yeah, he did. Then he said, "Oh, tough luck, pal. Good luck. Go out there."
What a guy.
What a guy. Big Fat Orange Cat. Always good to see Big Fat Orange Cat, aka, some would say Garfield. I don't know. Anyone else see the tweet where it says wrestler goes off script and shows brutality and it's Osprey Lingen forums? Yeah, we mentioned it earlier. We alluded to it. I would like to take this time to push people to go reply to that tweet and say, yes, he should be locked up. And he's very aggressive. I
did not see that, but that's so funny.
Yeah,
that's
please
that's
stop
what we're talking about.
doing the comments defending the legacy of pro wrestling. Say that it's real.
Yeah.
That's what
tell
wrestling.
People that it's
tell people
legit.
that this happened.
Yeah.
Don't say the wrestlers that he's doing that to, unfortunately, has legitimately passed away recently. Don't say he like actually killed him. Don't do that. That's weird.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
like, you know, saying that he hurt him a bit.
So he roughed him up.
Yeah.
Definitely. Co-signed. Dare Rich, do you guys like the name Death Riders or BCC? I'm definitely Death Riders.
Death Riders, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Mox saying go work at Sunglass Hut. You should be fucking pistol whipped for saying that was very funny. It was very funny. That was a great part of that quote. I fucking
Incredibly
love that.
real.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. Mox hates American wrestling just like me right now. Hashtag real, hashtag pure good, hashtag demon home.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
this is true. This is why I kind of hate it sometimes, is the restore the feeling stuff. I can't do it anymore with the AEW. I can't do it anymore. And I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified because on this show, we're going to be hearing from Will Ospreay. And I'm terrified he's going to say something like that. I'm terrified because he needs to get that shit out of his vocabulary quickly.
Yeah, but he's got something to say this time, right? He's got some people he's mad
You
at.
would
So
think,
maybe
right?
it won't be so much like general restore the feeling kind of deal. But I'm with you. Once it's on like t-shirts and stuff, it's too far gone. Like the sickos thing, that went way too fast. So
yeah, very unfortunate. DG, come on, man, you gotta let's reel it in on the sicko
That's
stuff,
some
dog.
shame.
I love you, bro. You know I do. But
The
come
absolute
on.
worst thing is when he wins a match or something and then he walks to the ramp and just says it like a fucking like on a teleprompter. He just screams it into the camera. Okay.
Just flex on him, bro. Hit the pose. We all like the pose. You don't have to dance. We don't want you to do that anymore. You're
You know
Red
what?
Death now.
Okay, speaking of DG, I did want to say this. That fucking Jack Perry and DG interaction from like 2 weeks, was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
There's two of them.
The one
of
where
them.
Jack said they used to
to
dance
like
for me too.
Dynamite last week.
That shit ruled. That was like
Yes.
legitimate character development for both guys that I was like, oh, let's fucking go, brother. Like, I was
yeah,
in.
no,
I was really excited about it too. Yeah, me too. I love
it.
that.
Was executed well too. I think like the dialogue, it was just like real. It felt very real.
Yeah,
So.
it felt very real.
It felt real. You know, it felt, truthful to both these characters. It felt like you said, progression. It was just sick. And, wrestling is supposed to be a little, homoerotic. And that's what it was too,
Yeah, man.
Two dudes pushing each other up against the wall. It's kind of freaky,
A little bit
down
freaky,
for that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Got no problem with that. Did you guys see that Hurt Syndicate interview on the AEW YouTube channel? I have not caught it yet, but I do plan to watch it because people are hyping it up. Apparently MVP was on one. Shocker,
Well, yeah, of course.
I'm Modest King. Will Miss Ford get a passable match out of Miss DMD? Well,
it'll probably be fucking fine. Like 2.5 stars, 3 maybe 3 stars. That 3 stars is like the ceiling.
Whoa. Yeah, ceiling.
I just look for the pass fail grade there. I wouldn't get my GPA affected by this.
Yeah.
I would just change my class to pass fail.
Good call.
Yeah.
And JMPN also here to say that Hangman should have won the title at AEW All In. Well,
Engine, I agree.
Be right, pal. You'd be correct. But luckily, there's no one here to tell us we're wrong, right, Brainbuster? That motherfucker. Piece of shit.
Fuck you, Caden.
And I don't know what your take on it is, Brendan, but you better not say shit because we're gonna.
My take is that it's too late to have a take.
True.
Okay, that's probably you. Okay, you're on the smart end of things. All right, let's see here. Dare Rich, I've been watching a lot of New Japan, and I'm excited for Wrestle Dynasty. Moxley is sending in what? How do you say that word? Emissary. I was confused because I've never heard that word before. To the Tokyo Dome on January 5th for Wrestle Dynasty to face Shota. I hope it's Claudio. I didn't know that was even happening, but I'm excited for the show. I'm looking forward to it.
I hope that means he's still on Dynasty.
I would hope so. Yeah, please.
Right.
Ideally.
I mean, yeah, Claudio. He should send Marina Shafir and have her beat the fuck out of him.
Oh yeah. No. Wait, hold on. I have to reframe this. He's back, by the way.
Shut the fuck up, bro. He's wrestling the God, Bad Dude Tito.
He's wrestling the God, Bad Dude Tito, but bro, he's on the gear again. We're up. He's gonna find a new barber. He's gonna get a new, clothes, new pants. We're gonna be so back. Give it a month, bro. We're up.
Copium.
Maybe. Did any of you see New Japan Fighting Spirit Unleashed I didn't see that either.
Was that
No,
from this past weekend?
Yeah,
it was last week. I think it was last Friday, maybe.
it was on
No,
Friday.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, I saw the crowd. And I thought this looked quite sad. I didn't watch it.
I'll probably try. I know there was some pretty good matches on there, so maybe I'll go back and see a couple of
I'll
them.
watch the next one because I think it has Mercedes versus Koguma. I think. Am I wrong?
No, it's Mercedes versus Hazuki, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, which
I'm
I'm
wrong.
very excited.
Not that I
for.
don't believe you, but I just want to check.
That's okay. You should fact check me.
Okay, give me a second.
Our
What
fact
is
checkers
the
have confirmed.
election debate. What's going on?
Trying to find it, bro. Where the fuck is it at?
You're struggling here. Hurry up with
There
the
it is.
fact checking, bro.
It is Suzuki. You're correct.
Aha.
Gatekeeper
me
versus
with-
Zoe was also on that show.
This has been confirmed true by the fact checkers at the Novi YouTube channel. That should be a wonderful match, as well as the Doki match. Very excited for it.
Oh yeah.
Who takes on Mox at World's End? Darby too early? I would say
Yeah, it's
Darby
not
too
gonna be
early. Not going to be Darby. But World's End, it is wide open a little bit.
Wide open for Samoa Joe.
Oh baby.
I'm
mean,
gonna. I'm
That's
going with
probably
you
the
when they're-
that's the correct choice. He's
I'm
gonna be
going there.
back soon as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I saw today. So I'm hoping for that because I love Joe. So.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
Brendan's correct. That's the right choice.
Yeah, I agree. I'm on the same train there. You are just right. That's all there's to say about that.
There you go.
Let's see here. Caden Lee, Novi, thoughts on Evil Uno? Well, modern Evil Uno is nice. He seems like a nice guy. He runs a mystery wrestling promotion. He got
He's a
fit.
nice fella.
Yeah.
They did that segment with Heyman was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. I don't know if some of you guys saw, got a little aggressive on the 2019 All Out watch along, relight the fuse about Evil Uno in 2019. But for those who know, you know. There we go. Let's see here. Mox sent his emissary to Tokyo Dome and we get Barnett whooping Shota for like 10 straight minutes. This will revive Inokiism.
There. Fuck yeah, dude, do it.
Fuck yeah. Perry being Brian's only challenger is unbelievably stupid. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. He
Yeah.
was obviously hurt though,
Mhm.
which is the hard part.
Yes. When it happened, like when it was announced, I was like, okay, like his first challenger, that's fine, whatever. I didn't love it, but I wasn't mad. But looking back on it now, I'm like
Yeah.
retroactively pretty upset about it.
It looks a little more interesting now.
I was
Yeah.
definitely like on the copium during that time because I was like, oh, this could be big for Jack. Like, look at good heat. And then my co-host was just crashing out. Like he could not believe that this was the match we were getting just because
Where's
Yeah,
Gerard,
the
bro?
match was
I know.
fine. Like it was. I know Joe loved it. I thought it was fine. Like aggressively.
I
fine.
enjoyed
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I think
thought it
the
was a
live
little
experience of that, it was a little frustrating because there was a lot of the Punk and then stopping the chance and starting the chance. And when
Yeah.
you're in that experience, like it kind of took me out of it a bit. So it was hard for me to really judge.
My
fairly,
big problem with the match was the interference stuff. I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty bad. And that almost ruined it for me, but they kind of was it was okay by the end. So
It
I
was
wasn't,
long
mad.
too. It was really long.
It was pretty long. It was over 20, I'm pretty sure, but
It was like
Um,
28 minutes.
yeah, there's some thoughts there. Definitely some retroactive,
Mhm.
unfortunate feelings about that one. Ray Garion, do you think in 2025 AEW's meta narrative will still be the struggle for control of the company? Probably, but I really would like it not to be honest. I'd be okay with all that.
I think it could be the meta until Revolution. I think
Yeah.
Revolution is when Darby wins the belt, so I think it might be hopefully they stop at least for a bit with that whole thing.
Yeah. Me and you are on the
Once
same
Darby wins the
wavelength
belt.
there. So,
Yeah, I'd hope so. And I think when you have this faction based angles that are at the top of your show, that's always going to be a part of it. It's
mhm.
just that trope of oh, we're wrestling to prove you all wrong and take control of the company and be on top. But I would like it to be less of the focus just because two takeover angles that quickly is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
This one, though, I do enjoy quite more. So
This one's better for sure, but it's still it's a little aggressive doing so many is all.
yeah.
But faction warfare is always good, so if that's what has to happen with it, I'm a little bit more okay with it, especially when the guys involved are as good as they are now. So I'm okay with it for now. I'd like it to go away though in 2025, post Mox World Title reign. Marcus, always good to see Marcus on the channel last week. Always nice to see Marcus hanging out in the chat. suggest Kevin Knight for the Hurt Syndicate, which I think we all were in agreement on there. Dare Rich, Juice and Jay White versus Hangman and Christian is kicking off Dynamite tonight and will be commercial free. That's great news. That's absolutely wonderful. We'll talk about the match now. This sounds fucking amazing, knowing that, to be quite honest with you. I'm very excited. I love these guys, all 4 of them. Like, no doubt. I'm a huge fan of them. A lot of dynamics here at play. Lots of cool matchups here I think we can see. Brother, I'm going to start with you, WrestleHook. How into this match are you?
This is like, I feel like there's so few opportunities where we get someone as big of a star as Hangman in like a tag like this with someone that also is like as over as a character as Christian Cage is. So those two on the heel team is super cool. And then the good vibes from babyface Juice Robinson going against that. It's just a really nice matchup. It's a very easy way to start Dynamite. You know, this isn't going to be some match where they're trying to go for a 5-star affair, but it's gonna get the crowd going a bit, and it's gonna be a nice easy stroll into the rest of the show. So I'm super down for this.
Yeah, it makes sense story wise. All these guys, you know, are involved with one another in one way or another, and also like people have been bringing up it being a problem. Dynamite's been starting with a lot of promos lately, so having it start with a matchup like this is, I think, a smart decision to make. Brainbuster, how you feeling about this one, brother?
I'm excited. Cautiously, because that Christian and Jay White was pretty rough. I can't lie, but
yeah,
all 4 of these guys in a heated environment, you know, kicking off the show should be really good.
Yeah,
I'm a little scared because Hook is lurking, and I feel like he might cost. Maybe? Yeah, I think he might cost Christian and Hangman.
That would be very bad, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be whatever, I guess. Like, it would build the story more for Christian and Hook. I mean, I guess, if you want to do that. It would give Jay White another win on the way to, you know, his match with Hangman. I do want to say, they're building this entire Hangman and Jay thing around, like, Hangman's leg is, like, still injured, and I think that is incredibly beast. Anytime you see Hangman move fastly, he's limping. So I want to see if Jay White fucks up his leg even more going into the match. I'm locked in on this.
He struggled to get over the guardrail last week, and it was like a big thing, and they played it up. They're like, oh, there's the knee again. There's the knee again.
Yeah. Well, that was one of the most memorable things from that show to me was that spot itself. So I'm glad that they're making it into like a big thing. So yeah, that's cool.
I think are we smelling 2 out of 3 falls for that match on Full Gear?
God, Joe suggested it. Hope so.
I'm smelling it a little bit, to be honest.
I don't know.
I'd be down for that.
I'm getting some whiffs. It's got to be something, right?
Are you scooping right now and you
pretending you don't know, but you're
yeah.
No. I don't have sources. My source
You're source adjacent, right?
I'm source like I know people who know people, but I don't know people. You know what I mean? That sort of vibe. But
I got you.
I wish I could scoop that because that sounds pretty awesome. Pretty sick. I'd just be excited for it, no doubt. But this match should be quite good. We're all very much looking forward to it. So I'm excited for it. The Modest King, Leo is not going to be in the Hurt Syndicate. Leo will be on the side of the Resistance after he gets murked. That'd be a cool story to tell. I think
they are leaning heavily into like hinting that he's the 4th person, so I could see that being a swerve. Ooh, get it? But so I can see it either way. But I think it'd be cool if Leo was on the Resistance side too. Either way, though, I'm excited. Leo's finally, you know, getting a real story.
Like, yeah. If Leo doesn't join them, what does he do?
Right.
Well,
Top Flight. Ooh.
It's very interesting to bring up. But if he doesn't join them, that doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't have anything to do, especially tonight. Because tonight he's facing Swerve Strickland. And this match should be pretty fucking sick, fellas. I'm really looking forward to it. Brainbuster, how are you feeling?
Yeah, this is going to be sick. Give them like 15 and let them just do their thing. That's literally all you have to do.
12. And just have them fly around the ring.
Sure. 12 or 15, whichever one. It's going to rule either way.
Yeah.
I would like for it to like, this is the kind of match that could very easily get broken up by like, get the momentum broken up by commercials. So God, I hope that doesn't, you know, affect this match. But outside of that, I am excited for it.
Yeah. Brendan?
Yeah, I'm pumped up for it. Leo, still somehow stands out in like a promotion with so many crazy athletes. Like that's his matches are usually more memorable to me for that reason. And a matchup against Swerve, I just think this is pretty ideal for both of them. So
Yeah,
it'll get Swerve a good win on the way to the pay-per-view, but also be a good showcase and has the story beats too. So this is one of the things I'm most interested in on the show in total, to be honest.
yeah, I think so as well. I'm very much looking forward to this. It's a big match for Leo once again, putting him in big spots. Modest brings up the fact that he's losing, and Syndicate wouldn't want losers. Yeah, I could see that being like a story beat of it, but I'm still on the train of him being involved because they
want Max Caster, so I don't think they give a shit about that.
Well, yeah. Well, we don't need.
They'll take losers.
We don't need to bring that up now.
I would like Anthony Bowens, maybe.
Don't worry, guys. The acclaimed breakup storyline. Oh, he said my line.
People got very mad at me for that tweet.
Well, they're fucking wrong. That's annoying. It's stupid.
It is annoying.
Just have Bowens kill him. Take his head off.
And then take the card.
Yeah, then take the card. Oh, cook up. Take card out of his pocket.
I think he's a low key pick for me because that if you want to be the most productive with it as possible and like establish a single star that hasn't had that opportunity yet, that's like the most interesting thing you can do to me.
Yeah, I agree. Athena in the Hurt Syndicate? I don't think so.
The vibe isn't there.
No,
yeah.
she's like a. I was at the famed Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling show.
Oh hell yeah!
And it was a good time in the building, but just Athena's so fun that like she can be a fun heel. That I just think it wouldn't be a great like
like the Hurt Syndicate, they're like stoic,
Yeah.
Athena, not that she's not a fucking badass, she is.
But
she's more like flamboyant,
The vibe. I agree. Lee Moriarty, Hurt Syndicate.
Yes, but I want Shane Taylor Promotions to like actually be a thing. So no.
Yeah, this is what you're on the same page as Art here, who says they should build up Shane Taylor Promotions. Do you think Swerve versus Bobby should main event Full Gear? No. World title.
I'm sorry, no.
Yeah, world title.
Dude, if they, I would be mad if they like pitched the whole like idea that this Mox thing is a company-wide thing and then it doesn't even main event. I would lose my mind.
Yeah, that'd be brutal.
They could open or something though. That could be
the opening would be a good spot for them.
Opening would be perfect.
I think it'd be a good like shock as well because if Bobby like fucking destroys Swerve, that could be like a pretty good opener.
Yeah, I agree. Let me find my place. Hang on, I lost it. Freaked out. Are they heading towards Mariah and Britt? This is something that Lambo's brought up a couple times, and I'm getting progressively more worried about it, to be honest with you.
Fucking hope not, man.
I hope not either. That's what we'll say about all that.
Yeah.
Can't even, just hopefully not, bro. Hopefully not. 3 Anna J matches. A little interesting. That's all.
Yeah,
I
sure
love
is
Anna
interesting.
J.
A few more than you needed, but it was all right.
Maybe a couple.
Probably about 3 more than you needed, really.
Well, hold on now. Anna J deserves a nice spot. Anna J is good little work.
Yeah, bro. Like fucking the mid card. That'd be a good spot for her.
Yeah, why not? But guys, we have a super chat. Okay, you go.
To be clear,
no, go ahead.
It's a TV match. I'm not really that mad about it.
Right.
But
no, you're pissed.
On pay-per-view, that's a little too far.
Is that on the pay?
No, I'm just saying if it is the pay-per-view, if that ends up being a pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, that would be rough. I wouldn't like that.
They'd be like
I think it's already announced though for Collision.
I was so mad yesterday when I saw or on Monday when I saw another Damian Priest Survivor Series title match. I just couldn't believe that. But we don't have to get into it.
Yeah, bro. No yob for old Bunker. Mid takes 0, $5 super chat. Always good to see mid takes. I don't think it's next week, but it's the week after. You guys will see mid takes on the show. We're bringing them on.
Oh yeah.
Just watch Nagata versus Kensuke at Wrestling World 04 for the first time. Incredible. Who does Mox feud with after OC? I think for the first part, Brainbuster, have you seen this match? You seem most likely to.
Fucking fantastic match.
Nagata
gets like a legendary blade job. You've probably seen the pictures, Novi, or you probably both have. They're all over wrestling Twitter.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, that match rules. As for the second part, we said Samoa Joe. I think that's probably the most interesting way they could go. Anybody else?
I think Joe's just too much like
Joe's
feels
like it's
obvious
too
for me.
enticing.
Yeah. I can't
But,
like it's like a mind like Samoa Joe just stands in front of the rest of my brain. Like I'm not allowed to think about anybody else.
Yeah, but is there anybody else that would even be? Imagine Adam Copeland came back and Mox just like actually fucking killed him.
That would be
That'd be
sick.
based.
That would be cool.
That'd be more of a TV thing, I think. But
You could throw that on a pape. I wouldn't have a problem with
Him
it. Though.
killing Cope on a pay-per-view would be cool.
I mean, yeah, it'd be beast. Yeah, it'd rule.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the roster.
Not too many names there. I don't think
There's
so.
not
Really.
anybody that's like really jumping off the page as far as a pay-per-view match goes.
Pay-per-view matches are tougher for sure.
Yeah, maybe Paul White.
Well,
defending the honor.
Bupperoni says it could be
nobody
Briscoe.
else comes to mind. It could be. I would love that.
Yeah, we would be
fine
up.
with that, but
yeah. I think we're all just so captured by Joe at the moment, but
Yeah.
we do appreciate you mid takes as always. Very much appreciate the support. And for the rest of you guys, we do have super chats on if you're feeling generous. Please leave a like on the stream if you haven't already. We're at 15 likes. Very much appreciated. You guys have been great in the chat, of course, so far, as always. Art Irony now suggests he's been pushing for the inevitable Moxie Yuta rematch to have Nagata Sasaki level blood. Brother,
That'd be awesome.
you guys know how I feel about that first match. If they had even more blood the second time, I got no problems with that. No problems.
I think technically the first Mox and Yuta match had more blood. I just think that Nagata, they were put in a position where Nagata bled like all over Kensuke because he was in a submission.
Yeah.
So it looked like it might have been more blood, but I think like Mox and Yuta might have actually got more blood. Yuta
Yuta had a
lot.
That was a disturbing cut, bro. You can watch my review of that match on this channel. It's genuinely, I think, probably my favorite match ever, like of all time. Like as I've been sitting with it, I think it's my favorite. I fucking adore that match, and I need a rematch. You have any thoughts on that match, Brendan?
I do. It was definitely in my like. Once I was super invested in AEW, that was one of the matches that really just made me believe in Yuta as like a long term, like big deal. So like after that match, I was completely locked in on him.
I 100% agree. I'm on the same wavelength. You know this. We have Seek the Visceral. Greetings, Novi, new subscriber. I'm thrilled to catch your stream. Very much appreciate you hanging out, Seek. Thank you for subbing as well. You guys can also, if you haven't already, sub to the channel. We're getting close to 2,000, which is a big deal. Hell yeah.
My God.
Appreciate you guys. Let's see here. Red Meat Wrestling. Hey there, Red Meat Wrestling. Good to see you. Been seeing a lot of replies on the old Beast guy from Red Meat, so appreciate it. Let's see here. Also, yes, Red Meat was Burner Boy, who was hanging out in the chat yesterday, so they know about my takes on Evil Uno 2019. So, very much appreciated. When you're in a trying to reset phase and your op is AEW, well, they're not gonna let you. They're gonna let you. Let's see here. Toss on GYV.
I was paid by one of the members to make a video, so I'm not going to do anything nasty.
He's a shill. Brendan?
I actually enjoyed some of their black and gold tag team work back then. Specifically against guys like, Roddy and Kyle and that whole group. But I haven't really seen much on AEW that's really got me interested. One week I did Khalid in person. It was a great time in Toledo, Ohio. And they lost to the Outrunners, and I was just watching this match, and I couldn't believe that this is because Tony decided not to advertise any matches before this show, so I didn't know what I was going to get. And when those two teams came out at the start, I was like, "Oh boy, what have I done?" So,
they have a hell of a doomsday device, so I'll say that.
Sure.
Hell yeah. Marcus again. I actually like the whole DG Perry stuff because of how understated and to the point it's been for the most part. I 100% agree on that.
Yeah.
Very good.
Kale, got to take a nap. Enjoy this show and then Dynamite. Appreciate you, Kale, as always, for hanging out. Wake up for Dynamite. Make sure to set those alarms. You gotta get the live tweets out. Ebu retweet later in the night. If Ford gets a 3-star match of the dentist, then she's a better worker than Manami Toyota.
Probably, yeah.
That would be pretty magnificent if that
Could be
happens.
argued. Could be argued. Do you guys consider Darby the top babyface in AEW? I don't think right now, but I think he'll be there soon. That's what I'll say.
Who
I think
would
it's
that
Ospreay.
be?
I think
Yeah,
it's Ospreay.
they've kind of like cooled Osprey off a lot.
They have, but I'm still like, he still gets the best reactions on the shows. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Swerve is always going to be in that tier, but his reactions
Swerve.
aren't always like pure babyface reactions either. So it's I don't know if I'd say like the top babyface, but he's close.
yeah, I think he'll be there at the end of the year. I'm sure. Like
Mhm.
once we get fully into this Mox feud, I think he'll be built up. It's it's Star Battle, bro. Always gonna be a good babyface. I want to bring this up too, because I haven't spoken about this, but it's been a recent thing. Just Ryan, Dante Martin not moving, y'all. Are we done with Top Flight? Or are we
Yes.
holding out?
No, I'm pretty done. Like 5 years in, not a single good promo cut. Good matches, but like very formulaic and the same, like every single one.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
no real like dynamic.
No, and the Action Andretti thing to try to inject some life into it is just absurd. Like
Dude,
just go to the drawing board again. I don't know. I don't know how much
am
longer this can last.
fully convinced that Action Andretti got his name. I don't know if he was Action Andretti on the Indies. If he was, I don't care. I'm denying it because it fits my theory. He debuted for AEW, at least like the Jericho match is what I'm talking about, in Dallas. Now, where I live, which is like 45 minutes away from Dallas, there is a arcade type thing called Andretti's, and the color scheme is blue and green. His gear that night was blue and green. It makes me think that he just saw that shit and went, "Hold on, they're on to something." And that's how it came.
Cooked.
I'm gonna look it up to see if he was Action Andretti on the Indies. If he was, I'm just not gonna say anything. If he wasn't,
Couldn't
I'm
it
gonna
still be the case?
Maybe he went
though?
there as a young lad, you know.
Yeah,
went
maybe
to
he like
Andretti's,
grew up there.
I guess,
played some
yeah.
Guitar Hero or something there, won some tickets, and
Yeah.
Good point.
I might sit with that, to be honest. I think
I'm
that's
just gonna
kind
tell
of
people
legit.
it's true. Actually, I'm just gonna start lying.
Yeah, that's I'm not maybe not lying, but I'm gonna like start telling it as though I'm telling the truth without
He
having
was
any
like a
Action
Cody
Andretti.
lie.
Yeah, it's like kind of alive, but not really.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming that arcade has been around for a while. I'm rolling with that. We done with Top Flight. I hate to say it. It's been they haven't really progressed that much, and it's unfortunate. Yeah. Also, I should mention, Karios objective. The booking hasn't done them many favors either. This is not necessarily untrue, but also make the most of what you got a little bit there. People do it all the time.
I think they're fine as like a depth team. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think they have the upside I once thought they did. But you know, they do need hierarchy in that division. So
Agreed. Speaking of hierarchy, we need to define it here tonight. If Culver's Takeshita goes over 2 minutes and Takeshita loses, we need to start a dialogue. Hierarchy needs to be set with Konosuke Takeshita and Adam Cole. There needs to be a winner here. Konosuke
What
Takeshita needs to
dialogue?
put Adam Cole in his in the ground. The dialogue, I'm assuming that AEW stinks like shit.
Yeah,
But it's gonna
yeah.
it's gonna go over 2 minutes. It needs to go under like 15 is what I'll say. Under 15.
It needs to be like
uncomfortable
Quick.
to watch.
to the point.
6 minutes long. Takeshita needs to fuck Adam Cole up,
Yeah.
and that should be it.
Right,
Yeah.
because you can even tell Cole, listen, we're gonna play up the fact that you just came back and you wrestled quite like a couple matches already, and you know Takeshita was just too much. But I don't think this should be a competitive affair here. I think this should be pretty sad to watch.
No.
Either way, it's gonna be sad to watch. I think, but like,
That is, you know, yeah.
There's some good points here too. They have been setting Cole up pretty bad lately with the matches that he's been given. Just like,
Buddy's good.
yeah, but bro, we're putting Adam Cole in there with Buddy Matthews looking like that. Let's be real for a minute here.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Well,
a
they got
second,
reactions.
bro.
I don't know if they got the ones that they anticipated at least, but
Yeah.
the last
Just-
one is yeah.
Just hasn't been good. It's unfortunate. I'm sure he's still struggling finding his groove. Ankle injuries are always tough. You got other person's bone put into his body. So yeah, it's probably a little tough. But also,
I've also just hated the setup for this pay-per-view
Yeah.
match too. Like the pre-taped like movie scenes is
Oh,
I hate
pre-tapes
I
and
hate
the
when
3
AEW goes to the
stages.
monitor, like, you know what I mean, like to give the
Yeah.
illusion that someone's talking live, and these have just been way too far. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
good on
agree.
that, but
I haven't enjoyed it so far, to be honest. I was so ready to give Adam Cole like the benefit of the doubt, and just because he's a nice guy, bro, and I want to like him. I want him to be good at what he does, but it just hasn't been good lately, bro. Maybe Takeshi can bring it out of him. He usually does that. Also, there's some terrifying feelings that the next feud for Mox might just be Adam Cole. Some feelings here,
fuck.
and I don't think I'm a little terrified as well because I don't think it's wrong entirely.
If they do that, Mox should like shatter his ankle. Kayfabe, but shatter his ankle.
No, not kayfabe. You think it's real?
do it for real.
Okay.
Kara Subjective, $5 super chat. Very much appreciated, as always. Hope you're doing well, pal. Thoughts on Penelope's return thus far? I think she's been good. We talked about it a little bit earlier. She's doing well in matches, as good as you can hope for, you know. She's a good depth piece.
Fine.
Yeah, got no problem with that. But yeah, I very much appreciated Karos. I think we're all pretty much on the same train there with Penelope. Let's see here. Caden says Novi and Bust is almost level 17. That's kind of freaky for BO6,
Hell yeah.
right? It's a little quick.
How long have you been playing?
I think from earlier today is when he bought it. I don't know what he's been up to today. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe
Clearly gaming.
Yeah, a little bit of gaming.
Yeah.
Nothing is original. What is everyone's top 3 faves to watch currently? Brendan, we'll start with you.
One is definitely Gunny. Big Gunny guy. Especially since he's had a world title. Those are the matches I always circled. I did like the match with Cody quite a bit. I would say I think Mark Briscoe has been someone I've just really taken a liking to this entire year. Really just all the conglomeration stuff, but also Mark in particular. I just loved his performances. And then trying to think on the women's side, it's hard for me to pick between Io and Roxanne. Out of women's wrestling in the United States, those are the two right now that, like, if they're wrestling, I'll usually lock in for. So yeah, those are probably my 3 or 4
for sure. The Bust.
I would say Suri.
That's a good pick.
Haruki Goto.
Yeah.
I have to say CM Punk because, like, no matches fire me up as far as, like, just hype to see them in the ring like CM Punk matches do.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter who he's in there with, to be honest. Yeah, CM Punk.
I think those are good picks. Mine, Suri. Always down for a Suri match. I'd probably say Zack Sabre right now. I've enjoyed all his stuff as of late. The third one gets a little tough for me, to be honest, because it's like there's a lot of people I enjoy at the moment. Who's some guys I like, Brainbuster? Some guys I'm into.
Hechicero.
I do like Hechicero.
Kota Umino.
Well,
Sky Blue.
Harley Cameron.
You're disgusting. Fuck you.
Bully Ray.
I'm gonna go with probably still Osprey. That's
Jinder Mahal.
That's enough out of you, pal. That's enough. It's okay. We're good now.
Okay.
Chris Benoit.
Big Benny guy.
Well, no. Well, hold on.
If we're being objective here, folks.
If we're putting all the other stuff aside, is all I'm gonna say.
Separate yard from yards, okay?
Good call. R. Draco. Love your takes, Novi. Many people do. I'm hearing
Thanks,
they're objectively
brother.
the correct one. Hope it keeps growing for you, brother. Appreciate it. Hope so too. These two guys' takes not so good, but mine very good. Thoughts on AJ Justice being the top-rated wrestler in cage match, brother?
Yeah.
Mitsuhara,
dick, pal.
looking down. It is what it is, bro.
Cage match is just it. You know,
the 4 pillars are just gonna have to get good. That's all I'm gonna say about all that one.
It's not so much that they're like disgracing my sacred cage match. I just think they're so fucking annoying that it's like now they're bleeding into my one safe haven. Fuck off, bro.
When
please.
I actually saw them at All Out, because my phone didn't get no service during the day, so everyone already saw the videos of them in the pre-show. I didn't see them, but I was just sitting there watching the Bucks match that night. And I just looked in front of me and I saw Big AJ walking across, and everyone's trying to ask for pictures of him. And my buddy Gerard's like, "Who is that?" And I was like, trying to figure it out. I was like, "Oh shit, that's the Costco guy." And they're actually in AEW, and how early this graphic was made for Full Gear, like. That was the funniest part to me, is because barely any other graphics yet.
It was like the first match, and
it was the first one.
I was like, what a card! Just looking at that, but
hey, all I gotta say, we're hitting AJ top of cage match. AJ in the beautiful dub. We're hitting that with a big boom.
I better get a Rizzler run in. Oh, there you go. That was too much, I guess.
No, that's okay.
The cage match gods have corrected this now. You can't even rate him anymore because he's a celebrity.
Fuck off.
They're taking our rights.
Yeah, exactly. Free us. God damn it. What? No, I'm not gonna say that. The YouTuber's a real person. That's one of the best things about him. True. Correct.
Except for when he's like wearing AEW tank tops or crop tops, and he's like,
"Yeah,
still the feeling, bro. For the sickos."
We don't need to do that. We got to rein him in there a little bit. Got to rein him in. Let's see here. We're scrolling down. We're getting through. I closed my actual thing here, my actual stream. So now I'm just seeing this now. Karos again, another $5 super chat. Appreciate it once more. Who would y'all like to see in the C2 besides Okada? Now here, I would give you an answer here, but I'm gonna save my answer for you for this Saturday because I'm making a video about the 12 names I would like to see in the Continental Classic. So you gotta wait for there, but I'll tell you one of them. And I'll tell you one of them after these guys say, because if they just say it, then it won't be too bad of a spoiler. So you say it. You go first. Give me one name.
One name.
Couple of names.
Okay. Bandito's one.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll just
Cosign. Perfect. Brainbust, you got one?
Mortos.
Cosign. There's two. Congratulations. Appreciate it again, Karos. As always, appreciate the support. Match of the year, currently CM Punk. Red Meat saying talk to him, Bust.
Yeah, I mean, not for me, but
not for me, but it's up there.
It's probably top 5, yeah.
It's up there for sure.
I would say it's definitely top 5. Actually, I don't know why I said probably. It's absolutely a top 5 match.
Yeah, I think so too, to be honest. I have to really sit down and think about it. Like the Suri tags, maybe. But if I really sit down and think about it, it probably edges them out, I'd say.
Yeah, I think as far as emotional investment goes, I think Swerve and Danielson is like up there for me too. And if I'm leaning more towards like my feelings at the time watching the match, I would probably lean more towards that. But I think the Punk and Drew one, like the amount of actual reactions it got out of me at some of the spots with the blood and stuff, with the context of how rare that is in that company, like it was just absurd. So
yeah,
it was
a beautiful match.
15 off the top of my head, but it's probably like a top 15 match in WWF history. I think it's that good.
Yeah, I could say that. I think we're all very high on it for sure. What do you think the Bucks do when they come back? Not a clue, but they're probably going to be at the Dome show. Here's what they won't be involved in: the tag titles, because there's a Full Gear 4-way Contender Series match tonight. FTR versus the House of Black. Malachi and Brody, not Buddy and Brody, wanted to be specific there. This should be a fun time because it's FTR wrestling. Right, Brainbuster?
It should be okay. Like, there's 3 people in this match that are very good and one guy that is occasionally shows up to do his job. So hopefully today's one of those days. Hopefully he's like itching to prove that he's not retired, guys. And he goes out there and he fucking wrestles. Doesn't just do Brazilian jiu-jitsu with Dax Harwood, but we'll see what happens.
Do you think there's going to be scary. some BJJ, Brendan?
I think it'll be a solid match. I don't have too high expectations for it, but I'm into it. I don't know how this pay-per-views match is going to be, this 4-way, but it'll be a nice change of pace on the card, I guess, because I think the rest of the matches announced have been all been singles, so I'm okay with it. But the Outrunners aren't my favorite team. We don't need to do Outrunner discourse on this show.
No.
So we're not going to even get into it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I want to know, who do you guys think are winning this match, though? Just quick.
FTR. Well, FTR.
I think FTR.
I pick FTR because I think it seems like they are going to do something with the Outrunners after, and I think this is the way they get there.
Yeah, I think so as well. Perk Shirai. Okay, I'll bite. Who's Chris Benoit? Bust? Who is he?
Do you want the actual? Okay.
No,
He
we
was a
don't have to give an actual
professional
answer. We don't have to give actual.
He's an awesome pro wrestler. Did
You won't
nothing
find his name
wrong
on Peacock.
ever. I will say one of the absolute most terminally online, like professional wrestling brain things I ever did was looked up just straight Chris Benoit, thinking that his cage match was going to pop up, as if he's not like an actual murderer.
You've told me that before.
I did it while I was at work, and I like started fucking crying laughing.
So
it
funny.
was very funny.
Thought the cage match was gonna get pulled up.
Yeah, bro. I was trying to
Just the
find
cage
fucking
match.
the
Yeah.
Wild Pegasus matches.
That's very funny. Just Ryan, Bandito is the perfect luchador. I would probably agree with you, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
There's some better luchadors I can name right now, but I think once he comes back, he'll be up there for sure.
He's very, very good.
Yeah, incredible.
But there's some guys in CMLL that are like world class.
Special.
Okay, they're fucking incredible. So I'll say.
Yeah. Yes. Dare Rich. Hope you have a good dinner, bro. Hope we all enjoy Dynamite. I think we're excited for this show. We still got a couple things we should talk about now. We'll also hear from Jamie Hayter. I'll keep it short and sweet with this one. It's just a we'll hear from segment. Are we into this like Jamie Hayter stuff going on right now? Where do we see this going pretty soon? I think a title, I would say.
I would like for it to be a title, yeah, but it doesn't. As far as what's happened so far, it's been like pretty fucking boring and aimless. So like
A little bit.
it's been fine, but I would like for them to have some actual direction for her, please.
Yeah. I'd like this to be the place for the direction to start.
Right, because I feel like the momentum, like I get why they did it on a pre-show, but ever since then, like it's just felt kind of flat. And anytime for a while, I feel like if people criticize it, everyone would just flip on them and say, "How dare you!" Like she's having this match with Saraya, and then they're gonna, But it's been a minute now. It's November. I mean, it's about to be December. So I'm hoping this is some legitimate direction to have some type of story, whether it's a title or not. And I also understand though not throwing her right away into that, because after All In, you're not gonna have like a title change right away. So
yeah, I also get it on the front. Like you want to see where she's at physically post injury. Like you kind of want to test that out a little bit. But now we've seen it plenty of times. She's back. She's as good as ever. So I say give her some big stuff. I know someone else we'd like to see given some big stuff might be headed to a pay-per-view match. A favorite of the Bust and mine. We have a Falls Count Anywhere match between Lance Archer and the guy I was just referencing.
This is Falls Count Anywhere.
Roderick Strong. It is Falls Count Anywhere. That makes it more exciting now, doesn't it, bro? How into this are you, bro? We're up.
I'm pretty hyped now, actually. This should be pretty sick. Hopefully, they're like given like full reins, just do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be sick. What?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, Lance is like, I don't think he's a guy who has an issue with someone stiffing him pretty hard. So I think we're up.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty fun here. Brendan.
I do too. I am very excited that Roddy's gonna have a pay-per-view match, presumably. Did y'all see the Roddy and Mortos match?
I haven't watched it yet.
Joe told me about it, and so I kind of said I wouldn't watch it.
I listened to Joe talk about it. I haven't seen it yet myself, but I was curious if y'all seen it, because
I heard him talk about it, and apparently, Bust, I don't know if you know, but apparently the Beast Mortos was doing like confliction thing. He every time like Roddy would say, "Oh, I'm your friend, bro. I'm your friend." He was like, "Don't you remember?" He would go like this. He'd go, and that's how it got to the finish. He did that, and he got distracted.
All right,
Why am I so violent?
it's so funny.
The whole chat just erupted with "Why am I so violent?" and "Do not watch." By the way, on that front,
That's pretty depressing, actually.
that is depressing because Mortos is a beast.
They
Look,
should
that
run
match has
back
such a
up.
good ceiling. They should just do a regular match.
Yeah,
They
this
should do it
match
at
has a pretty high
Hammerstone.
ceiling. Oh
Oh yeah,
ooh,
this one
baby.
does.
This match should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. looking forward to the show. If there's anything you guys have left to say in the chat, send them in now. We're almost done here. Any super chats, send them in now. Like the stream, of course. We're almost to 30 likes. Very much appreciated. We're getting close to Dynamite here, so we'll go through these last little chats here, and then we'll do some plugs, and we'll get out of here. James, what the fuck? James Hate versus Chris eventually after Chris gets the TBS back. I don't think Chris getting the TBS back. I think she's probably going to get the world. I think that's where she's headed a little bit, to be quite honest with you.
I would love that.
Yeah, I would be very much into it. Roddy sick kicks Lance off the entrance ramp into table for the W. Now hold on for a minute. I'll cook up something nice.
Wouldn't Roddy like also fly off the stage?
Well,
with a sick kick. I'd be sick. I'm just saying.
It'd be sick. So
that might be scary.
Well, fuck it, bro. Who cares? Let's have some fun out here. False count anywhere. Let's see here. Alvarez went 2000s. Alvarez TNA hate on the Roddy Mortos match. That's fucking beast.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I would imagine, like, given what I know about it, that's probably could be the most disappointing match of the year for sure. It'd be up there, I think, honestly. Do you think Athena should be called up to the Dynamite show permanently? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Short answer, yes.
Yeah, like no doubt, like for sure. I like to think he's an actual beast, and that match upset me and made me believe he might be a human in a mask. It's very unfortunate.
That's funny.
It is real to us.
Conspiracy theorists, bro.
I know, and like
Yeah,
when you really lean into the theories and stuff like that, when you give them credibility and you give them some ammo there, it's not good. Let's just.
What's next, bro? Vaccine.
What is this? InfoWars? What are we doing?
I was gonna say I'm crazy. Never mind. Red Meat Wrestling. We'll end on this. Favorite BO6 weapon. The one I've had the most fun with is the XM4. Basic, but it's beast.
Probably the AS Val.
That gun is crazy. It's pretty good. That gun is crazy. I've had a lot of fun on BO6. Me and you, Bust. Hopefully you get it soon here. Brendan, you can come join us. But where can the people join you every week?
Good question. So we usually do a weekly podcast on usually Tuesdays, where we talk about the latest. We cover mostly WWE and AEW, but we're looking to venture into some new stuff as well. So if you'll ever want to talk wrestling with us, come and join us. We usually go live around 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Currently, we're at 38 subs. We're trying to get to 50. So if a few of y'all enjoyed this at all, we love having Novi on. I'd love to have Brainbuster on as well. If y'all want to come on an episode sometime in the future, we'd love to have you. So yeah, appreciate y'all having me on today. And it was great to be with the chat.
Yeah. I love talking grabs with you, Brendan. I've told you this a couple times. I love going on your show. Definitely, please, if you guys haven't already, check the links down below. WrestleHook, the channel is linked below. Give it a sub. Check out their streams whenever they go live. It's a great time. Him and Gerard are a very fun dynamic. It's awesome. Check them out. Brainbuster, where can the people check you out?
The Graps Podcast YouTube channel. We'll have an episode out tomorrow morning. We'll talk a little bit about Dynamite. If there's anything like major, we'll go more in depth with that. But the main thing is our Wrestle Dynasty dream cards, kind of, but a little more realistic than that. Yeah, next month we're doing Cage Match Chronicles No Disqualification. We'll be covering 5 of the highest rated no disqualification matches on Cage Match. Should rule. Also, Khalid has a Twitch. Go follow it. It's MXXJIMA. Go follow.
Call.
He just hit 200 followers.
Did he? He did yesterday? Fuck yeah.
He did it today, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shout out Khalid. Definitely drop the follow to Khalid on Twitch. I'll update the description with his Twitch link just for funsies, because he streams BO6 a lot of the time. We're doing a month of BO6 still, so that'll go on every single day. Definitely check out the Graps Pod. Check out WrestleHook. Also on the Graps Pod, I'll shout this out before we go. 1988 Cage Match Chronicles. The replay is up. I'm in chat a lot. I was hanging out. Definitely please check that out. There was a very fun show covering some of the best matches of 1988. Please go check out WrestleHook. All the links down below. Check out the channel, sub to it. Appreciate Kara Subjective and Mid Takes for the super chats, and it's been a great stream. Appreciate you guys coming on, and appreciate everyone hanging out. So have a good one. Enjoy Dynamite, and much love, and see you on Saturday.